Smart automation, better business. Learn how to optimize your business with Solved.
So diving right into some AI news. So in the last 2 weeks since the last webinar, OpenAI released a creative writing model. Well, I say released, they didn't release it. They released some output from it and they had some cryptic tweets about it, which I just love it so much. But it wrote a short story called A Machine-Shaped Hand. Got kind of mixed reviews. But this is big news, and the reason why is because it shows that reinforcement learning continues to progress outside of just mathing. So what do I mean by that? Backing up a little bit, reinforcement learning is kind of the mechanism at place with what's called reasoning models. So the big first reasoning model was O1, and since then we've gotten DeepSeek R1, Claude 3.7, Sonnet, and O3 Mini. And then O3 has been announced, but it hasn't been released. And, the benchmarks and scores from O3, the full version, are really impressive, but again, yet to be fully rolled out and released. So these reasoning models really increase the ability. They allow the AI to think for a while before outputting returning their output. And you get a lot better performance out of that. But in order to do good reasoning, you have to teach the model how to reason. And so you need a way to say, hey, this reasoning worked. It needs to get to a goal, and you need to be able to verify that goal is actually correct. So one area where that's easy is in math. You say, let's just take 4 plus 4. Silly example. I guess I shouldn't say any LLM will get that right. Every once in a while, might actually get that one wrong. But you say, what's 4 plus 4? And it's going to generate 1 million answers. I'm not sure exactly how big the synthetic data set is, but let's say 1,000 plus answers of how to reason through that problem to get to the correct answer and then what its answer is. And then basically they're going to say, okay, I'm going to take all the reasoning chains or paths that got you to the correct answer, and we're going to train the model on that so it's a better thinker. It's able to correctly think through math problems. So when you have an answer that's objectively correct, that it can self-verify, like 4 plus 4 equals 8, that's easy, or much easier than if you're trying to verify something like creative writing, where there's not really an objectively correct answer to this. A machine-shaped hand is an essay or a short story about loss. And so it's like 1,200 words. I read it. It is, in my opinion, quite beautiful. But it did get some mixed reviews, which again, you would expect that from a good piece of writing, I think. I think a lot of creative writing is received to mixed reviews, but there's at least a subset of people that are like, this is beautiful writing. So anyways, again, why does this matter? Coding and math, we already knew reinforcement learning worked, but there was a lot of people still on the fence about, is this actually going to work for domains where there's no objectively correct answer? And it seems like OpenAI somehow have found a way to get the reinforcement learning and the reasoning to actually create or show progress in things that aren't as objectively verifiable. So very exciting. Bit of a fire hose on that one, but worth looking into, worth spending some time on. This is a significant kind of step forward in terms of what can we expect? What's next? Where are the walls? When are we slowing down? This train is moving extremely fast, continues to move quickly. This is an interesting development here. Also, Baidu, this isn't their first AI model, but they released Ernie X1, and this is another reasoning model. This is a Chinese search company, but so they get similar performance to DeepSeek R1 for half the price. So that's compelling because DeepSeek R1 was already created at a much lower price than American models. And this seems to have cut that even in half. So the main moral of the story here is that the models continue to be less and less expensive. The price continues to decline. That's a pattern we've seen sort of from the beginning. Is you train up a big model, and then the cost to reach that same performance starts to decline very rapidly. It's a lot cheaper. And so the fact is, we are quickly moving into an era where business is more and more automated, and it's not even fully clear yet exactly how that's going to look, but there's a lot of possibilities. Today at Solved, we're implementing them more and more all the time and automating more and more of our business. It's really exciting. We want to help you do the same, so feel free to reach out. And that's all. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much for watching. We can't wait to help you automate your business. Please like, comment, or subscribe for more.